every controversial video game explained. What's like a controversial video game that people know? I don't know, bro. GTA. Now I remember when GTA was first coming out, they were talking about, man, this is really gonna make kids shooters. I'm not gonna lie, it might have been right for real. Or Call of Duty. No, actually, Fortnite. Fortnite is Fortnite is controversial. Yeah, I'd be forgetting all the like wild controversies Fortnite has. All right, let's see this.
Let's start with the least controversial, and then gradually move on to the extremely offensive. Manhunt, probably the most infamous of all these games,
that's what y'all said.
is a stealth-based survival horror video game developed by Rockstar North and published by Rockstar Games. It was originally released in 2003.
Damn!
The game puts you in the shoes of James Earl Cash, a death row inmate who is led to believe he will be executed. However, he wakes up to find that he has been spared in order to participate in a twisted game. Cash is forced to navigate through a series of dilapidated, dangerous environments while being hunted by gangs of deranged killers. The game's antagonist.
I mean, this just seems like the average killer game or whatever. Wait, is it based off a real killer or something? Wait, have they ever made a Jeffrey Dahmer game? Kick the Dahmer? Bro, what is this? What the is this? Bro, they copying Buddy the game or whatever. You get to hurt him? You know what? That's valid.
Lionel Starkweather, also known as the director, orchestrates the entire game, ordering James to kill his pursuers in increasingly violent ways. Playing Manhunt involves a lot of sneaking around. The game lets you use different methods to defeat enemies, from suffocating them with plastic bags to using guns to take them down. The game, due to all the violent content, has been banned in several countries. In New Zealand, the game was banned a month after it came out, making it illegal to own a copy. The main reason was the game's focus on killing, which the chief censor, Bill Hastings, believed could negatively affect players.
I mean, how about like Call of Duty and oh, actually, no, never mind. Never mind. Okay, this is 03. 2003 is a little bit different. Like, but even before then, there had to be some violent games, right? What was like the most violent game before that? Call of Duty came out. No, Call of Duty came out like 1999. That didn't even make any sense. Look at this nerd.
However, in 2023,
they didn't even know how worse it was going to get.
And Manhunt was given a rated 18 classification, meaning it's now allowed for adults over 18. Though over in Australia, Manhunt was first given a mature 15+ rating, which meant it was suitable for teenagers and adults. But in September 2004, after a push from Attorney General Philip Ruddock, the game's rating was overturned and it was banned. This led to a recall of the game from stores, even though it had already sold over 18,000 copies. Despite the controversy,
that's not actually a lot for real.
Rockstar actually made a sequel. Manhunt 2 introduces a new story with Daniel Lamb.
On Wii. On Wii. Nah, they was wildin', bro. Had this game on Wii. You know all the kids try to play this.
A man who wakes up in a dilapidated mental asylum with no memory of his past. He quickly discovers that he is a subject of a secret research project gone awry. Daniel escapes the asylum with the help of Leo Casper, a sociopathic assassin who guides him throughout the game. The narrative unfolds as Daniel tries to uncover his past and understand his connection to Leo, all the while being hunted by the mysterious project.
Did we need this photo with Mr. Beast?
Which seeks to silence him and Leo permanently. The sequel was, again, controversial for its depiction of violence, leading to the game being edited to blur out the most graphic scenes to achieve a less restricted.
Damn, how graphic? No, if it was already graphic before, it was definitely about to be graphic. Did they have like, they show the neck cutting line, like you see somebody's throat getting cut?
Rating. And due to its graphic violence, it was censored and banned in several countries, including Australia again, and received an adults-only rating by the ES.
How many games have adults only, bruh? It's like so rare to get that, right? As a rating. It has to be.
SRB, which means it couldn't be sold in video game stores in America,
like
or
20?
allowed on any of the major consoles, before being edited again to receive only a mature rating. Custer's Revenge is an infamous video game released in 1982 for the Atari 2600. It was developed by Mystique.
Yo, consoles was really ugly, bro.
Released in 1982 for the Atari.
It was really, bro, this was a console back then, nah. You had a single stick too. That's crazy, bro. This shit really looked like a radio, man.
2600. It was developed by Mystique, a company that specialized in adult video games, and it quickly became one of the most controversial titles.
Oh my god, wait, no, we seen this in a video. I think okay, I actually know this game.
In video game history. The game's premise involves the player controlling a pixelated figure.
I forgot what video. I remember reacting to a video with this.
A general who fought in several wars against Native Americans, depicted wearing literally nothing but a cavalry hat. The aim of the game is to attempt to cross a field and reach a Native American woman tied to a pole. Once you've reached it, you mash the action button as fast as you can to go in and out. The game was obviously criticized.
That's actually, bro. Did that dude not get arrested for that? Like, that is actually disgusting. How do you even think of that idea? How do you even... He had to sit there. They had to sit there and code this game. And back then, that was probably way harder too. Nowadays, it's easier. Just go on computer. You can literally get AI to code you some shit. That is actually so wild, bro.
For promoting violence against women and being racially insensitive. Custer's Revenge was never officially banned in the United States, but its sale was highly restricted. Many retailers refused to carry the game, and it was sold mostly in adult stores. The controversy did lead to discussions about the need for content ratings in video games, which would later result in the establishment of the ESRB in the 1990s. Although this...
So they still sold it? Wait, could you, like, still buy this? There's no way this shit is still up.
This was more directly a result of other controversial games and ongoing debates about video game content. Despite, or perhaps because of, its controversial nature, Custer's Revenge became infamous. It is often cited in discussions about the worst and most offensive video games ever made, though the creator of the game states that Custer was only seducing the maiden and that she was a willing actor. KZ Manager is an extremely controversial video game that first appeared in the late 1990s.
Okay.
It is a browser-based, text-oriented management simulation game.
Damn, games were really simple, bro. You had to sit there and just type. It was like a role playing. You just sat there and type. And y'all talking about, I want to live back then. Oh my god, I would love to live back then. You wouldn't last, bro. You wouldn't last. You're addicted to your phone and TikTok and Twitter. I'll be pissed off.
Where the player assumes the role of a concentration camp commander during World War II. The game's objective is fairly simple, as it involves the management of a camp with the aim of maximizing profits through the exploitation and extermination of prisoners. The controversy surrounding KZ Manager obviously mainly stems from its subject matter, which trivializes the Holocaust and the suffering of millions by presenting it in a simple management simulation format. KZ Manager has, unsurprisingly...
Yo! Nah, that's... Who made... Bro... How is this still up? Is this still up? There's probably a simulator version of this that's still up. They got you managing them like a McDonald's manager manages his employees. Bro, this is so crazy.
Surprisingly, faced legal challenges and bans in several countries. The game violates laws in countries that have strict regulations against Holocaust denial, hate speech.
Real question is it banned in Germany? And I just seen Germany pop up, never mind.
And the promotion of Nazi ideology. In Germany, for example, where laws are stringent, the game is illegal, and distribution or possession can result in legal action. Ethnic cleansing is a video game release.
Oh, okay, I can't do it. What the f? We don't even gotta hear anything anymore. It's in the name. Bro, it's in the name. How are these games even coming out? They had no type of regulations back then. Switch to third person? Nigga, you got first and third. You coded first and third person in it? They coded first and third person? No, they coded side steps. Actually, that's normal. Now that I think of it, bro. They even got an elevated view and they want you to do it at every single angle.
Released in 2002 by Resistance Records, an arm of the white supremacist organization, the National Alliance. The game is built around the concept of racially motivated violence. In the game, players assume the role of a skinhead or a Klansman tasked with killing stereotypically depicted ethnic minorities in a post-apocalyptic world, culminating...
Was that supposed to be the black guy?
Stereotypically depicted ethnic minority...
Okay, what the hell is that? N-I... Finish the word. Finish the word for me.
In a post-apocalyptic world, culminating in a battle against a Jewish final boss. The game was launched on Martin Luther King Jr. Day, January 21st, and it was sold for $14.
Nigga, what? A McDonald's meal nowadays costs more than this. The dude who did this really, bro, he did it for the love of the game. He really sat here and did it for the love of the game. Oh, hell nah. Nah, this is... Bro, like... Even a 4chaner couldn't reach this level of racism. Holy shit. Bro was passionate about this. Like, this is bad.
88 cents, which is a nod to the white supremacist 14-word slogan.
Bro, there's more! Oh my god! What? I didn't even know this was a thing! We got racist numbers now?
Slogan, and the number 88, which is a reference to the 88 precepts by white supremacist David Lane. Ethnic cleansing is completely legal in the United States as it's protected by the First Amendment protections on free speech.
Wait, so I can search this game right now and buy it and play it on stream. Do it. I'm not playing this. What the hell? Oh man. But isn't there a difference between freedom of speech and like hate speech? Like if you straight up just go and say you're gonna do a certain thing, like, oh my god, bro. Nah, I'm really thinking there has to be some people out there that love this game.
Its availability was largely limited to online sales through the publisher's website or at extremist events, as mainstream platforms, pretty justifiably, refused to carry it. VTech Rampage is a game that was released following the tragic Virginia Tech shooting in April 2007, where 32 people lost their lives. The gameplay involves the player navigating through the Virginia Tech campus, controlling a character that resembles the perpetrator in the massacre. Players move through various levels that crudely represent locations in Virginia Tech, with the gameplay mechanics being straightforward, involving navigation through the game's levels, avoiding obstacles, and completing objectives.
Crazy thing is, if this wasn't like this, like made like this game, if it wasn't this game, I just think like, oh damn, it's like an older 8-bit game or whatever. They're probably playing this on arcades in like the 90s and stuff, but
involving navigation through the game's levels, avoiding obstacles, and completing objectives related to the real-life events of the shooting. The legal status of VTech Rampage is a bit complex because it was not sold through traditional retail channels, but rather made available online. As such, it did not face the same kind of regulatory scrutiny or bans that a commercially released game might encounter. However, the creator of the game faced a lot of personal attacks for trying.
Yeah, this literally... Are we surprised this is the type of dude that made this game? Are we surprised? Like, it's every time, dude. Every time, dude. Of course, stereotypical.
Trying to profit off of the tragic event. He replied to his critics saying he'd pull the game if people gave him $2,000 in donations.
Yeah, all right,
then
buddy.
He flipped his stance, saying he wouldn't take it down after all, and admitted he was just messing with the people who wanted the game.
How would you even do? Okay, if people actually donated, like, oh, we gotta get him to take this down or something. You're just dumb as hell, bro. Why would you even send, bro? You just gotta ignore this type of stuff.
Game gone. RapeLay, developed by Illusion in 2006, starts with our character Masaya Kimura being arrested for assaulting a woman. Kimura then seeks vengeance on Aoi, the 17-year-old responsible for his arrest. Though as we progress in the game, he decides to extend his plan for revenge beyond Aoi to include her younger sister Manaka, age 12, and their mother Yuko.
Yo, this already sounds terrible. What the f am I hearing? Bruh, Japan, we gotta do better, bruh. Alright, like, what is going on? What is going on?
Aged 42. The game is mainly played in a visual novel format, though its 3D segments are where it gets really bad. The gameplay begins in earnest when Kimura encounters Manaka on a train. Using the mouse to act as Kimura's hand, you can move your cursor to touch the girl, triggering different responses based on where the cursor is moved.
What the
Success
fuck?
in the game is measured by filling a gauge on the screen, which varies with where you move your hand. But it gets even worse. After you've moved your cursor enough, she will eventually lose her clothes and shamefully try to cover herself with her hands. The gameplay basically follows the same loop as you degrade and assault all three of them until you...
Bro, what? What? Japan, we gotta do better, bro. No, there's no way they kept this shit up. Even for, like, Japan, this is way too wild. There's no way. But freedom of speech, Tommy, fuck freedom of speech, bro. Nah, if I genuinely saw somebody online talking about freedom of speech, it's fine. Dude, you need to go ahead and be executed immediately. The execution, bro, you gotta be replaced.
You eventually manage to corner and capture them all. Kimura then reveals his plan to make them all his servants. Despite the mother Yuko's attempts to bargain for her daughter's freedom with her own compliance, Kimura refuses to let any of them go. The game leads to two bizarre endings, both ending in Kimura's demise. In the black ending, Kimura fathers a child with one of the women and decides to keep the baby. Shortly after, Kimura is at the subway station when he gets pushed onto subway tracks and is hit by a train. The equally weird red ending.
That nigga, bruh. Nah, real talk.
Taking revenge by fatally attacking Kimura while laughing uncontrollably. The game then concludes with being interrogated by the police about Kimura's death. In Japan, the game initially didn't cause much stir, as it was pretty much seen as just another adult game. However, by 2009, it sparked international outrage, highlighted by British MP Keith Vaz's discovery of—
It's crazy how it took international outrage for them to do something, bro. If it takes you international outrage to take a game down about SA, like, this is literally an SA simulator, bro. That's the only way they took it down?
Of its sale on Amazon, leading to its quick removal from the site. Then, due to the outcry, the Ethics Organization of Computer Software, which is like the ESRB of Japan, completely restricted its sale, effectively banning it worldwide, including in Japan. The controversy then spread further to Australia and Argentina, where it was made outright illegal. Despite some defending the game's content, the backlash was significant, causing a—
Who is sitting there? Bro, genuinely, if you're the type of person to defend this shit, bro, like, dude, I seriously don't understand the dudes. Like, really think, bro, I just be thinking this shit. Like, do you know no woman that you love in your life, your mother or nothing or something like that? Like, what if literally in this game, bro, it was replaced with, like, anybody that you know? Then you will probably feel different, right?
Illusion to remove it from their website and stop its distribution. Illusion to this day still makes adult games despite all the controversy.
Oh my god. No, I remember this game or whatever. This VR game. I think I remember Speed playing this.
Though under a new company called Ill Games.
Hell
177.
Nah. How was the whole company about? How was bro not arrested? It's a sick world we live in.
Centered around, like every game on this list, a highly controversial and sensitive topic. It is named after a Japanese criminal legislation paragraph that forbids, and in direct contrast to its name, the game involves controlling a character who pursues a fleeing young girl with the intent to assault her. The gameplay involves navigating through various—
Bro, he is literally chasing her in the middle of the night. Like, that shit, that's some shit we would say ironically or something, bro. No, this is unreal. Damn, how long is this path? How long would she have to run?
Obstacles and other characters to catch the female character.
Act 1, wait, I didn't even notice that. How many acts is there in this game, bro? Act 1? Because you know there's supposed to be multiple acts in a game.
Involves navigating through various obstacles and other characters to catch the female character. The game actually has 2 different endings. One of the endings is if the player catches the female character, the game will play a graphic and explicit cutscene where you can mash a button to simulate. Once you've done that, the game shows a picture of you and the girl happily married. Or in the bad ending, which happens if you fail to catch the woman. She will eventually reach her house to call the police and get you arrested. Zog's night—
Bro. So, can we just find this person and just execute them immediately? Is there any way? They actually they just wrote a rape scene just in the game. And it was sold by people, and people bought it.
Nightmare was developed and released by the National Socialist Movement, a neo-Nazi organization in the United States, and it's basically the spiritual successor to ethnic cleansing. The title, Zog's Nightmare, is based on the acronym ZOG, which stands for Zionist Occupied Government, a concept embraced by anti-Semitic groups to claim that the government is covertly run by Jews. In the game, you basically do—
Did I just see a picture of Drake?
What you were doing in ethnic cleansing, engaging in combat against—
I'm not laughing again. It's just Drake, bro. I don't know why. Like, out of all people, why is Drake being shown?
Variety of groups and individuals considered adversaries by the game's creators, including people from different races and ethnic backgrounds, allegedly under Jewish influence. Super Columbine Massacre RPG is a 2000—
My nigga, Columbine Simulator? It can't get worse than this. It cannot get worse. Like, I've seen everything, bro. I've seen everything.
2005 role-playing game by Danny Ladon that simulates the tragic Columbine High School attack of 1999 from the viewpoint of the perpetrators, Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold. The game begins on the morning of April 20th, 1999, showing Harris getting a wake-up call from his mom before he and Klebold meet to go over their attack plans. We then play through them preparing for the attack. In the game, players guide Harris and Klebold in placing propane explosives—
There was a Roblox game about this, if I recall. Crazy thing is, I'm pretty sure I've seen that game before. I wouldn't even be surprised.
explodes within the premises. When these explosives
And this looks well coded. Like, this actually looks well coded.
do not go off as intended, the characters still choose to go ahead with their plan. The game puts players in charge of steering these characters through the school, and the outcome, including how many are harmed, hinges on how many enemies you decide to attack. The game then concludes with the characters committing which is then followed by a weird dreamy slideshow of pictures of the attackers and real scenes of grief taken after the attack. The game then shifts into an imaginary depiction of Klebold in hell, where he fights demons and encounters bizarre.
They really thought of like a full plot line to this. They really thought. Crazy thing is, those people that they use pictures of, they could 100% sue. Like, bro, whoever made this, their whole livelihood would be gone if they sued. Because this is literally the most valid lawsuit ever.
Characters, including video game icons and historical figures. The narrative
Malcolm
then wraps
X.
up with a return to the school for a press conference, poking fun at the real-world responses to the tragedy and addressing controversies over gun laws, religious extremism, and the media's blame of Marilyn Manson and video games. And that concludes our video. I'll be making more videos.
What did I just watch, bro? Yeah, let's just go ahead and ban all these games if they're not banned. Well, I mean, a lot of them were banned, but Jesus, bro. Now, if I ever saw one of my friends with that game, bro, any of these games to be, well, it gets way worse, bro. I feel like the Manhunt was just like very graphic, and then after Manhunt, it was all cooked. Everything else was pretty much cooked. But yeah, if you're watching on the tube, make sure to join the Discord and watch the streams.
Subscribe to Tommy NFG.